Navigator of the Seas is a cruise ship that was well ahead of her time. More than 2 decades on, she is as good as she ever was and trumps many newer and larger ships you see cruising around the world today.
At the very top of the ship on deck 15, you'll find the escape room. Working as a team with fellow passengers, you'll uncover clues, solve mind-bending teasers and work out bewildering puzzles in 60 minutes. This is an extra charge entertainment facility and costs around $20 per person. Located near aft of deck 14 is the Suite Lounge, which is an exclusive lounge for those guests in grand suites and above. The Suite Lounge serves complimentary continental breakfast and evening drinks and is a great place to relax during the day, whether it be inside or outside on the terrace.
This is the Viking Crown Lounge and Cosmopolitan Club, a bar and lounge which offers a great option for listening to live music with a cold drink in a relaxed setting during the day. If you love Latin or jazz music, this is a venue which will not disappoint. This venue and lounge is an intimate and relaxed venue during the day and transforms into a lively and feel-good venue come the evening. This bar and lounge area also boasts some of the best views on the entire ship, thanks to the panoramic windows which span 180 degrees. Right next door you'll find Izumi, which is the Japanese specialty restaurant on board Navigator of the Seas. Izumi is an exotic Asian-inspired dining experience which operates by a la carte pricing. You can expect dishes such as the miso soup and crispy courage chicken for starters, the incredible champagne lobster and salmon rolls for a main, and authentic green tea ice cream for dessert. We have tried a lot of sushi restaurants at sea and Izumi ranks as one of the very best.
At the aft deck of 13, you'll find a whole range of activities which will make you forget that you're on a cruise ship at all. Whether it be the rock climbing wall on the ship's funnel, the basketball court, the iconic flow rider found on so many Royal Caribbean ships, or the water slides, which happen to be some of the best water slides available to enjoy at sea. All such facilities are included in your cruise fare, and it's a good example of how Royal Caribbean offer great value for money if you are the type of person or family to take advantage of all these included facilities. Moving all the way forward of deck 13, you'll encounter Navigator Dunes, which is the mini golf aboard Navigator of the Seas. You'll also find lots of seating up here too, and a couple of shower arches. At the forward of deck 12 is a Vitality Spa, where you can indulge in a range of beauty and pampering treatments for an extra charge.
This is the Lime and Coconut Bar, which overlooks the resort pool and serves a decent range of your favourite Mexican and Caribbean inspired beverages during the day and evening, weather permitting. This popular bar features comfortable seating for you to enjoy and also overlooks the big screen, which plays major sporting events and movies day and night. Located midship of deck 12 and mirrored on both port and starboard side, you have 2 large sheltered whirlpools, surrounded by plenty of sun lounges as well as extra charge cabanas which can be booked through the Royal Caribbean app. Deck 12 is also where you'll find the running track aboard Navigator of the Seas. At the aft and on the port side is where you'll find the Vitality at Sea Fitness Centre, which features a vast range of cardio and strength training equipment. This is another facility which is included as part of your cruise fare.
Royal Caribbean is a cruise line especially suited to families, and that is very much the case aboard Navigator, with a whole host of children's facilities and kids clubs for tots through to teenagers. You'll also find a video arcade here as well, which does incur a small extra charge. At the aft deck of 11 you have the Windjammer, which is the buffet style restaurant on board. The Windjammer on Royal Caribbean ships is one of the best buffets to be found at sea when it comes to variety, offering flavours and dishes from all around the world. This vast eatery is open for breakfast, lunch, afternoon tea, dinner and late night snacks. As you enter and exit the Windjammer, you'll also find 2 specialty restaurants. Chops Grill can be found on the port side, which is the onboard steakhouse, serving a fine range of meat and seafood dishes and a handful of vegetarian options including a goat cheese salad. This menu incurs a $35 per person supplement, however some dishes will incur an additional charge.
On the starboard side is Jamie's Italian, where you can expect a large variety of Italian and Mediterranean inspired dishes for lunch and dinner. This specialty restaurant is around $25 per person for lunch and $35 per person for dinner, but some dishes on the menu will incur an extra supplementary charge. Located near poolside on deck 11 is El Loco Fresh, which serves up Mexican flair that's insanely delicious. You can grab tasty burritos, tacos and nachos for lunch and early dinner, and ranks as one of the best Mexican eateries we have tried at sea. Mirrored on the starboard side is the Royal Caribbean favourite Johnny Rockets Express, which serves up your favourite American diner classics to take away. Burgers, hot dogs, fries and the best milkshakes you are ever likely to try will incur a small charge.
Midship of Deck 11 is the resort pool area, featuring 2 decent sized swimming pools, a large whirlpool, a lime and coconut and a complimentary ice cream machine. This is the place to be on those sunny days when Navigator of the Seas is sailing to warmer climates. On the port side of the resort pool area is where you'll find one of the smoking areas on board. If you prefer a pool area that has a more subdued and relaxing atmosphere, continue forward of Deck 11 and you'll find the adult solarium, bar and pool. This semi-enclosed area features plenty of sun loungers which offer both sun and shade, and as well as some comfortable 4-poster beds which are totally complimentary. There are also 2 massive whirlpools on either side of the solarium pool for you to enjoy throughout the day and even in the evening until around 10:30 PM. If you seek a more relaxing environment during the day, the solarium is the place to be.
On Deck 7 and located at the aft lifts and stairwell is the rather small and quaint library and card room. Moving down to Deck 6 is Next Cruise, where you can book future Royal Caribbean cruises at prices you would struggle to find at home. At the aft and spanning Decks 5 to 3 is the rather striking and elegant dining room, which is the main dining room on board and is open for breakfast, lunch and dinner. Found on the starboard side of Deck 5 near the aft is Guest Services, which is open 24 hours a day to deal with any question or query you may have. And just next door is Shore Excursions, where you can discover and book all of the shore excursions available during your cruise.
Swanky and sophisticated, the R-Bar serves up classic cocktails garnished with vintage vibes. Whether your drink of choice is a dry martini, an expertly mixed old-fashioned, or the perfect gin and tonic, you'll find plenty to savour here at the R-Bar. Most ships feature an atrium, but on Navigator of the Seas you'll have to make do with the Royal Promenade, which is undoubtedly the heart of the ship. The Royal Promenade is a hive of activity day and night, consisting of shops, bars, lounges, eateries and even a hair salon. Shops include the Jewellers, the collection selling fashion, perfume, beauty products and Royal Caribbean branded merchandise, and a port shop, which is where you can purchase duty-free alcohol and tobacco, and there's rather pricey Pringles and chocolate bars if there isn't quite enough for you to eat on board. Throwback vibes and crazily good cocktails will whisk you away at the Bamboo Room, a Polynesian-themed watering hole that packs a punch. The expert bartenders at this tiki chic lounge keep your taste in mind as they make beautifully crafted cocktails with exotic fruits and spices. Some cocktails even come with a cup that you can take home. Sit back, relax, and take in the atmosphere of this unique and tropical bar aboard Navigator of the Seas.
Copper and Clover is the British and Irish inspired pub on board and offers great live music entertainment in the form of singers, guitarists and other musicians throughout the day and night. To Dry is the hair salon on board and can be found at the centre of the Royal Promenade on the starboard side. Welcome to Playmakers, a fun and quirky sports bar aboard Navigator of the Seas, featuring big HD TVs which play major sporting events day and night, as well as a small arcade which include your favourite retro style games. Food is also available at Playmakers for an extra charge, where starters and sides range between $3 and $8, and mains including burgers are around $9. The food was always delicious here and the service was forever friendly. If you don't like to pay extra for food when on a cruise, look no further than the Cafe Promenade, which sits directly opposite Playmakers. This casual complimentary eatery is open 24 hours a day, whether it be for a cup of coffee, a warm glazed cinnamon bun in the morning, or a slice of pizza for lunch or dinner. And if you wake up in the night hungry, you know that Cafe Promenade has you covered. If you are Diamond tier and above when it comes to Crown and Anchor Society, you'll have access to the Diamond Lounge located at the forward end of Deck 5 on the starboard side.
At the very forward of Deck 5 is the Star Lounge, which is one of the largest and most popular entertainment venues on board, featuring theme parties, karaoke, quizzes, game show style games and bingo. Spanning Decks 3 and 4 is the Royal Theatre, which is the largest main entertainment venue aboard Navigator of the Seas. Seating close to 1,400 passengers, this is where you can enjoy grand-style musical theatre productions, comedians, magicians and so much more. 2 performances are laid on each evening, an early performance at 8 PM and a later performance at 10 PM, which coincide perfectly with the assigned dining time aboard the ship. The theatre's stunning wraparound layout means that you'll never struggle to get a great seat. A favourite in the Royal Caribbean fleet is Schooner Bar, where perfectly mixed cocktails and live entertainment come together in a warmly lit nautical themed lounge. Cozy up in a seat under the mast, by the portholes, or right next to the gleaming grand piano. The sing-alongs are not to be missed.
Hooked Seafood is a new addition to the Royal Caribbean fleet and offers a range of New England-inspired seafood for an extra charge. You'll find your coastal favourites, including Maryland crab cakes and melt-in-the-mouth lobster rolls. Don't miss the sweet treats, they are delicious. Hooked Seafood costs around $43 per person and is very much a restaurant we would return to the next time we sail with Royal Caribbean. If you like to try your luck and have a bit of a gamble, you'll love Casino Royale on Deck 4. You'll find hundreds of modern slot and gaming machines, as well as a variety of gaming tables including roulette, poker and blackjack. There is a smoking area within the casino and bar service operates during opening hours only. Another popular bar and lounge aboard Royal Caribbean ships is Boleros, which can be found near the aft on Deck 4 port side. This venue acts as the ship's lobby bar and serves as a good central location for a quiet drink or to meet friends and family for pre- or post-dinner drinks. Entertainment takes the form of live background music provided by pianists and Latin bands.
Located on the opposite side of the Centrum on Deck 4 is Starbucks, where you can indulge your favourite coffee cravings for an extra charge. At the bottom of the Centrum on Deck 3 is the Art Gallery. Right next to it is the Focus Photo Gallery, where you can purchase photos taken by the ship's professional photographers, as well as grab camera essentials such as SD cards and GoPro accessories. And lastly on our tour we have Studio B, which seats more than 900 passengers and is a multi-purpose studio complex and features a rather impressive ice skating rink. During the day you can come and skate for free of charge, or choose to watch the incredible performances put on by the professional ice skaters on select evenings. From time to time, they'll also put on game shows here too, such as The Quest, which is one of the most funniest and most entertaining spectacles you're ever likely to see.
Navigator of the Seas is a ship that's still got it. The newly amped Navigator of the Seas is a ship that can deliver maxed out thrills within just a few short days, with impressive inclusive facilities whether it be the water slides, rock climbing, the surf simulator, ice skating. It's impossible to be bored of Navigator of the Seas. Royal Caribbean could really show other cruise lines a thing or two when it comes to a refurb. Navigator looks great, and we love how she's been redesigned to suit the west coast and Mexican waters she'll be sailing for the foreseeable future. Plenty to do, plenty to see, and plenty to eat. That's what Navigator of the Seas offers, and it's a ship which we crave to do all over again.